Michael Penix, to me, he might. I know he's not a rookie, but it feels somewhat like this is a rookie season. Obviously, for J.J. McCarthy, it feels just like his rookie season. Cam Ward, it is his rookie season. And then in the middle, Bryce and Justin Fields.
Okay. So he's got Michael Penix at the bottom. Now, to be fair, I understand because he only played a few games. I get it. I do. That's okay to a degree. But at the same time, if you're going to put Ward, McCarthy, especially those two guys who have never played, and you're going to put Fields up there, then I think it's an absolute insult to have Michael Penix in that same tier. Especially when Nick in the past has had quarterbacks like on the side of the mountain, and I'll just bring up the full mountain so you guys can see. Because what Penix did in those 3 games was awesome. It just was. He was the only quarterback, the only rookie quarterback who had to start his literal NFL career in games that mattered tremendously. Where their team was like, please, can you just be good and win us games so we can get into the playoffs? The amount of pressure and the situation that they threw him in is insane. And it's always what I rail against. What I always say, if you're going to sit a quarterback for the first year, then you sit him for the entire year. Don't throw him into a situation where it's like the final few games, but it's like, no, then there's no point. Don't do it. Don't do it. The risk is not worth the reward. But credit to Michael Penix. He passed with flying colors. And the type of throws that he was making at the moments that he was asked to make them, he played high-level ball. He looked mature out there. He looked grounded out there. He did not look nervous. He had his first 3 games were without a shadow of a doubt. It's not up for debate. It's truly not up for debate. His first 3 games in his NFL career were better than Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels. And you guys know that I am mega high on Jaden Daniels. Mega high. Jaden Daniels absolutely balled out to a massive degree. But Michael Penix's first 3 games were better than Jaden Daniels' first 3 games. Just a reality. And I had gone over the stats before, but what I didn't do is, even if we just, because I was just doing this in a different video because someone was talking about the deep ball or whatever, and it's like, Penix as a rookie. Now, to be fair, it's a very small sample size. It's a sample size that I would not normally use. I'd be uncomfortable with it, but, we'll have a little fun here. I'll just give that warning because he's only had 16 attempts because he obviously only played those 3 games. But he was 7 for 16. 1 touchdown, and I think it actually should have been 2 touchdowns, but this is deep ball throws. A 98.2 rating. I've never seen anything that high before. I don't expect it to continue that way, but that is outrageously high. He was top 5 in passer rating. I mean, it was nice. It was good. And if we do this, Penix was top 8. And it's actually criminal because his stats here are so wildly misleading because his team just didn't want to know how to play for him. In 3 games, he had 8 drops. He led the NFL. I mean, that's why I ripped the Falcons. It's indefensible. You throw your rookie quarterback out there and you can't even catch the ball for him. You can't make plays for him. 8 drops in 3 games is pretty wild. I mean, that's pretty wild. That's a lot. Remember when everyone talked about Patrick Mahomes and his receivers kept dropping the ball? 29 in the whole season. Penix was on track for 50. 51 to be exact. So when you're dropping the ball 8 times, it's hard. I mean, like, let's be serious here. It's almost like a near double the rate. It's also funny how everyone kept saying about Patrick Mahomes with all those drop passes, but like What about Jared Goff? What about Staff? They all had 29 as well. Josh Allen, 28. Like, isn't that funny how everyone distorts the actual thing? That's a different conversation for another time. But I just I always just trust when other people say, oh, Patrick Mahomes, they dropped the ball at such a historic rate and this or that. And it's like, well, then so did Josh Allen. And so did Dak Prescott. And so did Stafford. Like, huh? But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're talking about Michael Penix. It's just interesting to me. I mean, in those first 3 weeks, Jaden Daniels had a 75.6 offensive rating, PFF grade, and a 70.7 for his passing grade. 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 664 yards. Definitely an awesome completion percentage, 80.3. I think it led the NFL, so obviously definitely impressive. Passer rating of 111, also impressive. And again, what he was able to do with his legs, impressive. Bo Nix, where are you, Bo? Gonna take me a second. All the way at the bottom at 23. He had a rating of 54.4 for offensive, 51.8, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 600 yards. Not so good. Not so good. And then even him, let's see. His team kind of dropped the ball a little bit with 5 drops. And Jaden Daniels, they did good. 0 drops in those first 3 games. Then if we go to Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 49.6 offensive rating, 49.9 offensive rating, a passer rating of 65.3, completion percentage of 59.3, 630 yards, 5.3 yards per attempt. Compare that to, I didn't even go through Drake May, but compare that to what Michael Penix did. 84.1 offensive rating, 84 passing, PFF rating, 3 touchdowns. He did have those 3 interceptions. One of those, without a shadow of a doubt, was not his fault when it went off. Again, I think London, and would have been a touchdown. So his touchdown to interception ratio should be 4-2 at the very least. 737 yards, more yards. And as we went through the 8 drops, his completion percentage would be even higher. His completion percentage would have been 70%. Seems pretty good to me. So it would, Jaden Daniels still would have had him beat there, but it would have increased, obviously. And then his passer rating would have increased significantly because he would have obviously thrown for more yards. If you think about all those drops, he would have thrown for over 1,000 yards. No, I shouldn't say over 1,000. He would have flirted probably with over 1,000 yards, which obviously is a tremendous amount. When you actually really think about, the drops are really criminal. When you think about that he had these 8 drops. And still what he was able to do from a yards perspective. Look at the guys ahead of him. Kyler Murray, only 1 drop. Sam Darnold, 4. Bo Nix, 0. Jared Goff, 1. 3, 3, 3. That adds up. That adds up. So he could have led the NFL in that 3-game stretch, even with passing yards, potentially. And this is the other thing that I want to talk about. Because this is passing pressure now. When you're a rookie quarterback, that's why, defensive coordinators just know that we're just going to get after you. You don't have the answers. You don't know how to deal with the pressure. You've never seen the speed and the physicality that the NFL game is played at. Young quarterbacks always struggle in that regard. And that's actually what sunk Penix as much as you could be sunk in those 3 games. But when you look at him in a clean pocket, so when we kind of neutralize this a little bit and be like, okay, what happens when you have a clean pocket? You're a young quarterback. What happens when we protect you? He was top 5. Top 5. He was 92.7 offensive rating. And top 3 with a 91.8. he threw for top 7, 603 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And yet, he had those 5 drops that I talked about. So 5 of those drops came when he was in a clean pocket. 5 of those drops. I mean, that's crushing. That really is crushing. But he had a passer rating of 97.8. Again, in his first 3 games. I can't highlight for some weird reason. And it's interesting because even in a clean pocket, he was still getting the ball out. He wasn't kind of just holding on to it. 2.46, right? That cutoff is 2.5. So it's not like he was just kind of waiting. And he only ran out of the pocket when it was clean once. He only scrambled that one time when it was a clean pocket. I mean, I think that means something. Because, of course, his numbers will crash when he was being pressured and not in a clean pocket. Of course. It was his first 3 games in the NFL. That's going to happen. And so that's actually then what brought him down even more. Because he was not good under pressure. 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But I feel as though if we equalize this a little bit and put it in context, it really kind of shows that he was even better. Because I'm not expecting a young quarterback to be great under pressure in his first 3 games of the NFL season. I'm just not. I actually allow these players to like grow and evolve and struggle. So pretty impressive to me. So Penix did a lot better than people really understand. And I don't blame them because they probably didn't really watch the game because they probably didn't care. It was the Atlanta Falcons, whatever. Penix is thrown in there. I watched the games. I was wildly impressed. He was in one of his first games ever was against the Washington Commanders. And he played great. Wasn't flawless. But again, it was his second game in his NFL career. And he's going up against a guy who at that point had pretty much taken over the NFL. And they were rolling. They were the hottest team in the NFL. And Penix completely held his own. In his second game in his career. That means something to me. So no, I don't think it's fair to put him in the same category as Justin Fields, who's been struggling, where that offense with the Pittsburgh Steelers looked like they could not function. JJ McCarthy, who I believe in, he has not played in the NFL. It is insulting at that point, though, then. And same thing with Cam Ward. It is insulting. It just is. So, people are sleeping on Michael Penix. I do get at the core of it why you can't put Penix like higher up, right? You're not, but like, I know how Nick operates, and he makes a lot of choices based on how successful he believes someone will be. And if he actually really believed in Penix, he would have put him higher. But to me, seeing Penix at this bottom row just kind of confirms that he does not believe Penix will actually be a successful, high-quality quarterback in the NFL. And I believe, word of the day, he will. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Michael Penix Jr. being bottom of the NFL on the same level of quarterbacks who have literally never even taken a snap? And I think maybe, what did McCarthy and Ward wear an actual NFL uniform for like picture day or something? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.